And we just had Justin in here talking a little bit about that battle at right guard and between you and him, and also Tobias. I mean, just your take on how that's going so far with that competition.
It's great. In camp, it's everybody's trying to fight for a spot. But there's some spots, 3-year guys, veterans, it's kind of settled. We got spots right now on the right side. I'd say everybody says we're inexperienced, but yet I say we're as a group, as we keep working with each other, it helps, because if somebody does, knock on wood, you don't want anybody to get hurt, but if somebody does go down, you have that experience because we've been rotating in and out as a group, and me and Charles or me and Damien or Malone or Tobias and all of them just switching up just helps us talk, helps us get to know each other better and make calls. So I think switching in and out actually helps us in camp and the battle. If you got competition, somebody pushing you, that's always going to make you work harder. That's just common sense there, So I think it's great. So far, I think chemistry's good. We're talking. I think as a group, we've met our expectations so far, and maybe even made some hurdles over the ones that say we have no experience.
How different is that scene compared to last year when there weren't as many options or much experience?
It's a lot more pressure on you because you have to step up. As a redshirt freshman last year, I was kind of in the background a little bit. I knew if something did happen, I was going to go in. But right now, I'm way more confident as a player. I know I don't even have to think on plays now. It's just It's just steps and everything, more technique than anything. And just this year, I know I'm gonna have to play. I know I'm gonna have to step up and be a leader, because the offensive line is where it starts. So I know as a sophomore this year, and I got my roommate's Dylan Day. That's great. Me and him are with each other every day of the week, all year. Me and him, we don't even have to say anything to each other. We just know what's going on. So all the chemistry right now is great.
When you're working behind a guy like Tobias, who's got a lot of experience and wins games SEC, and then you got a guy like a Malone behind you, came in with all that recruiting, and here you are, and like Coach admits, it was a numbers thing that maybe you didn't get signed by some people, but is there a sense of pride? You have proved yourself in that group?
Coming in, I always looked at myself as like I'm an athlete. I'm not trying to be cocky. I'm an athletic guy. I played every snap, and I played a little high school. Didn't play very good competition. Played every snap of the ball. But Tobias is one of the best linemen I've ever been around. I'm not gonna sit here and try to tell y'all that he's a big key to what we are. He's a great player, and to be behind him, hopefully one day I'll be where he is. In his shoes. I'm trying to work towards that. And Malone, he's a great player too. He's a big guy. He's just got. We're both just working. We're young guys right now trying to come in and make a difference. And so far, I think we're doing pretty good at it. Me and Malone and Tobias sitting there kind of being a coach right now. I think it's great. So far, Tobias, he'll give us tips. Like, hey man, you're letting this foot and this foot, stuff like that. But being behind a guy like that, or playing with a guy, rotating with a guy like that's going to be great for the team. I think it's going to help give him some rest if he ever does need some, or vice versa with anybody else, because we can all rotate in and out, left, center. I can play left, center, and right.
You ever accused Tobias of goofing off a little? Come on, guys, time to get back to work.
Oh yeah, Tobias is he knows when he can play and when he's supposed to be serious, and he's really good at that. He's really good at he'll see you come in the morning at 5:30. It's like, man, it's seventh day here, and you're like, man, come on, let's go, guy.
It's easy for him to say.
Yeah, for him, but he's been through the ropes. He's been through all the camps. He knows when some people are down, you got to get them up. And days when other people are down, like some days Dylan or Gabe or anybody else, I'll be like, come on, I'll crack a joke with them, try to get them going. But so far, we've had a great camp so far. I don't have any complaints.
Damian Robinson's a guy that's highly recruited. How's he coming along? Is that a guy you can see, be starting by here?
Damien, his big deal right now is just he gets down on himself sometimes, but I think when he's confident in what he's doing, he's a great player. Sometimes he overthinks things, and you'll see on film, when he doesn't think about anything, he just sets and does what he's supposed to do, or runs the play he's supposed to do. He's a great player. But he's gonna play a good role this year. His feet are getting so much better. As when he came in at first, he was kind of behind on everything. He's a huge guy. He wears like a size 22 or something, bigger than my rims on my truck. So the guy's he's improved so much. There's not even any words I can say, because he's like from night and day, from when we first came in our first June to now. He's changed so much, and he's becoming a good player.